Well, come on in, come on in, come on in. Yeah, we in here. We in here. I did not know I was gonna do this today. Did I? Did I really not know I was gonna do this today? No, I think I knew I was gonna do this today. What's up? What's good? What's poppin'? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It is your man Theo Butler. It's Sunday, and you know if we can't tell the truth on any other day of the week, it should be Sunday. We gonna get into it and everything like that. What's going on, May Kent? What's going on? Thank you so much, Miss Kent. We gonna talk about it. Ooh, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. But before we do and everything like that, Miss Kent, we do have you in here. We lost a good one this weekend. Curtis from Skip and Tosh. What's going on, Beto? What's going on, Ronnie? Curtis passed away. I don't know exactly what day, but we were notified via Twitter that he had lost his battle with cancer. What's going on, Chill? What's going on? And I'm dedicating today's episode to Curtis because of just the type of man that he was. Curtis was a young brother raising two teenage daughters by himself. Full time, not part time. No, he had them. I can't imagine what those young ladies are going through right now, but they have my deepest condolences. Curtis was a good dude. I say that not just as somebody that did shows with him, lives with him, and everything like that. I'm speaking about someone who actually knew him outside of this, and he was young. And it always bothers me when somebody younger than me passes away. But it's with the spirit of Curtis, because Curtis worked with different people. Curtis interacted with different people. Curtis got along with different people. Curtis liked different people. Curtis got caught up on our similarities. He didn't get caught up on differences. And I think it's with that sentiment that I'm going to do my best today to try and represent Curtis and try and get to the bottom of what we have going on in regards to race, representation, and the newest, hottest topic, Kevin Hart. So, in saying what I said about Curtis, Curtis worked with people, different people that didn't look like him, necessarily talk like him, but he had a kind heart. Now, what does that mean? I want to talk about labels, titles, and how we may have gotten them wrong. Because the Kevin Hart situation is, to me, no different than the Cleopatra situation. Soon as somebody says black in Egypt in the same word, what's going on, Diabolic? What's going on? What's going on? As soon as somebody says Egypt and black in the same sentence, some people are going to feel some type of way. Let's look at this thing. Curtis is a Texan, right? He lives in Texas, so he would be a Texan. I live in Florida, so I would be a Floridian, right? Right. Does that speak to our race, or does that speak more to our statehood? Does that speak to our ethnicity? Does that speak more to our culture? There's a difference between Texas culture and Florida culture. Right. So Curtis would interact on YouTube shows with people that didn't look like him. But if they lived in the same state he lived in, would they have been from the same culture? Texas culture? Would they have been the same race? Would they have been the same nationality? Nationality. Shout out to D Real, my brother from another. Shout out to Miss Kent, because she was the one that was like, hey, sick of this. What is nationality? Well, my statehood would be Floridian, but my nationality, I'm an American, North American to be specific. What might the nationality be of someone in Mexico or Chillmonger? Chillmonger's a North American. That's his nationality. North America. He would be a citizen of what country, though? Canada. He and I are both North Americans, but he's a citizen of Canada and I'm a citizen of the United States of America. I don't know what to tell you. What is Egypt? Very North American, right? Right? Very North American. Just in case y'all, Chill is from Canada. What is Egypt? Is that a race? Is it? Is that a nation? Now, in the United States of America, which is a country, right? Right? Country. Do we have in America, we have what? Americans. No different than in Egypt, you would have Egyptians. But now Chill and I are North Americans. There's a difference. He's a Canadian citizen. I'm a United States of America citizen. We're both North Americans. What are Egyptians? I think that's a fair question. Is that a race? By the truest definition, is that a race or is that a nationality? People get it confused. You were born in Egypt. Watch this. Tom Brady could have been born in Egypt, and that would make Tom from two European parents who happened to be visiting Egypt. Tom Brady from two people that were born in Ireland. Tom Brady could have been born in Egypt, and what would Tom Brady have been? What would Tom Brady be? He'd be an Egyptian. Who would he look like? Steve Nash was born in South Africa. What is Steve Nash? He's African. Does that mean that's his race? Well, what's crazy is when we start using the word race. See, first of all, what were Egyptians before somebody invented the word race? What were Mongolians before someone invented the word race? What were Spaniards before someone invented the word race? They were Spaniards. That's what that was. Here's what I find funny, and I'm going to use his name. Someone like Dr. Umar Johnson, who literally has little to nothing good to say about Caucasian people, quotes Caucasian people every time he uses phrases, terminology like race, black, and white. He does, but you don't like them. Why you put so much stock in what they said? Why you put so much stock in something that wasn't invented until the 1700s? Why? Y'all see the contrast in my hair color? Y'all see my skin tone? I jokingly told my wife the other day that we could get a face just like this, put a fade haircut on it, low cut. This face, low haircut, if you put Gerald Butler on it or Tyrone Jenkins on it, it's an African American. If you put Julio Chavez on it, it's a person from Hispanic descent. It is. With this face could be damn near any ethnicity in the world. This face, hell, this hairstyle, because this skin tone is not exclusive to those who hail from the continent of Africa or descended from the continent of Africa. It's not. Just like there are quite a few skin tones, melons, hairstyles, hair textures that are not exclusive to one continent. And Africa is what? Africa. Oh, good God Almighty Jesus. What is Africa? What is Africa? It's a continent. What is Africa? It's a continent. Everyone knows ancient Egypt was black people. See, watch this, Percy, Mr. Bedford. They weren't talking color in ancient Egypt. That's what I need people to that's what I'm trying to get people. They weren't talking color. They talked ethnic. They talked nationality. They talked religion. But they didn't get down to, oh, you black, you white. No, the words weren't even there. They weren't even there to use. Two white people, and it just what kills me. Two Europeans came up with race. And for those of us who say we don't give a damn what Europeans say, we literally hang our hat on what they've said. There is no such thing as race. There is no such thing as race. Let's be dead ass honest. You can't find white nowhere on the map. You can't find black nowhere on the map. You can't find red nowhere on the map. You can't find yellow nowhere on the map. But you know what you can find on the map? If you look at what two European scholars said in the 1700s, and I love this part right here. If you consider yourself white, you're not native to America. You're native to Europe. So if you consider you're white, and if you consider yourself white, and that's been your flag that you've been waving as dominant over every other ethnicity, every other race, and you get up gung-ho to tell people they need to go back where they come from, you need to be on the first thing smoking yourself. Because the only race that's native, watch this, according to those two dudes, the only race that's native to America is the red race. That's Native Americans. So who we quoting? At the age of 55, I don't have it in me to go back to school again and learn something that I already knew. Some stuff, as we look at, should be right there. We Google every damn thing else. Why we can't Google this? Everybody that calls themselves intelligent should be laughing at every Egyptian who says they're not black. Because if you're not black, you can't call anybody by a color. You can't, because you know where the terminology comes from. If you're not black, neither am I. But if black applies to me because I'm descended from the continent of Africa, then that label applies to you as well. That's just what that is. No different than the label white applies to everybody from Europe. The label yellow applies to everybody from Asia. The label brown applies to everybody from Spain. The label red. What we talking about? We want to be divided that bad. It's not enough just to have things in common. It's not enough just to root for the same football team. It's not enough to say that LeBron James is the GOAT and you got a whole bunch of people that look like you, that don't look like you, that agree with you. That's not enough. That you have the same favorite color, that you have the same horoscope sign. That's not enough. We got to have one more thing. Something that don't even damn matter, because people swear that's different. But if it was different, you wouldn't be able to breed with one another. That's science. That's just, we really are having xenophobic conversations that don't even apply to day-to-day science. How? You don't like a group of people that damn bad? your impression of a group of people is that damn bad that you'll be stupid before you be intelligent. Current Egyptian doesn't even want to say the country of Egypt is on the continent. Then they need to move. Then they need to move, or they need to succeed from the country. See, if you intelligent, I get it. They don't want to be in Africa. Succeed. There are ways to go about it in the world legally for you to succeed from Africa. But it does not change the fact that your country being where it is, don't get mad at people that look like me for saying you black. You need to get mad at the two dudes, Linnaeus and Bloomerback. You need to get mad at modern day society who still preaches racism, who still preaches race as a way of identifying people. If you call yourself intelligent, that needs to be your point of argument. That needs to be your point of argument. That there is no such thing as race. And that you will not identify with it. That you won't even acknowledge it. That should be your stance if you call yourself an Egyptian. Because what are you telling me? Everybody in Egypt look alike? There are no differences in Egyptians. None. No hair texture. No religion. No ideological beliefs. None of that. Everybody in Egypt is on the same page. Just like everybody in America is on the same page. Everybody in Egypt get along. They all eat the same thing. They all like the same thing. They all dislike the same thing. They all got the same eye color. They all got the same hair color. They all got the same hair texture. Is that what Egyptians are telling me? Let me get these notes. I understand what you are saying. Ancient Egyptians depict themselves with their color tone. Right. That's what they went with. That's what they went with. They have actual busts and statues, and they don't use them in the recreation. Exactly. Now, here's the sad part, and I thank you so much, Mr. Biff. I definitely appreciate you dropping that bit of knowledge. What do we do if you're in your 40s and 50s? Then you had the Encyclopedia Britannica at your damn house. like we had to read this. That like we didn't do. No, we had to write whole book reports on this stuff. You can want to take it out of schools, but you can't take it out the fact that I actually read this and it's been committed to memory because I had to get a passing damn grade on this. No, you can't do it. You're right. That's what's funny to me. And even when they go in there now, what they see? You see them drawings in the damn wall. They got like quite a few different shades of brown in on there. They got peach, they got orange. They ain't got no pink. They ain't got no pink. They don't have no beige. They don't have no beige. They got tan. They got peach. They got brown. They got caramel. I think they got butter on them walls. Like you get all kind of crazy, all different hues of brown. Which, by the way, us and the Egyptians share like that. That's the thing I be looking at. Like so when you say you're not black, that race don't exist. But are you saying I couldn't pass for you? Is that what I couldn't pass for you? Look, I don't be trying to be funny and everything like that, but in where I live at, we got convenience stores. Where I live at. In my convenience stores where I live at, there are people that work at the convenience stores that look like me. Look like me. Don't talk like me. Y'all need me to say that one more time? They look like we got the same skin complexion. I guess that's what I should say. We got the same skin complexion. The same skin complexion. We do same amount of melanin. Some of them darker than me. Look at what I just said. Some of them darker than me. Some of them darker than me. They are. We don't talk the same. We don't talk the same. we don't talk the same. We do not talk the same. So, and I know now, mind you, I've seen some of those people that look like me that work at the convenience store, but don't talk like me. Got brothers, sisters, mamas, and daddies that's lighter than me. So let me see if I got this right. There's a whole different ethnic group, right? From a whole different nation, right? Where the family, right, consisting of mama, because everybody be working at the store. Mama, daddy, daughter, son. Different shades of brown. Some lighter than me, some the same skin complexion as me, some darker than me. Same family, but they're not from America. They're not from America. So that ain't what's going on in Egypt. So everybody in Egypt look alike. See that be my thing right there. I've been a major theory is why a lot of North African look Arab migration. Here we go. I don't know how to have the conversation. Folks keep records. Prime example. People want to say slavery they want to say the Civil War had nothing to do with slavery. They want to say that as if the states that succeeded from the Union didn't keep the minutes and state why they were succeeding from the Union. Now that's still public knowledge. Like that's public information. No different than the bones of the very first person were discovered where, Sway? Where? I didn't write that. I didn't go looking for these bones. I didn't go excavating for these bones. I minded my own John Brown business. No, some people that don't look like me were so happy they had found some bones in my country. That's another thing, because I'm tired of people going to my country taking stuff and me not getting compensated for it. That's just a little too damn much. But went to my country. They looked all over the whole entire world. The oldest set of bones they found were in Egypt. I was watching Sports Center or something like that there. I wasn't looking for that. I was minding my own John Brown business. When I was looking for reading USA Today, I turned straight to the sports section. You know what I got? Hey, we got to interrupt Sports Center. What I got? Oh, we got this whole pullout section. This what they call it, Lucy. Okay. King Tut was a chocolate brown skin, black phenotype, facial features, but when they do recreation, they have him looking European. And I don't know how, because he only gonna look one of few ways, and European ain't it. that's not it. We know, scientifically speaking, the bones from the first person were discovered in Africa. Scientifically speaking, we know. See, I don't like doing this part because I just read comic books. That's all I do. I read comic books. I got my action figures and everything like that. I be trying to stay right there. I don't be wanting to recant what's scientific public knowledge. First and foremost, when you look at me, I can reproduce damn near every race. I'm sorry, damn near every physical melanin look and mate with a female that look like me. Like we albino children. Because let some folks tell it, folks that look like me is taking roles away from people that have red hair, as if I am not capable of producing a child with red hair. Truth moment. How many people on here that look like me during the summertime parts of some of your hair turn red? Y'all, can I ask that question one more time? How many people besides me during the summertime, there are hairs on your body that turn red? I was watching the draft. I was watching the draft. Yeah, ain't nobody. Yeah, oh, Mr. YouTube weather. I'm gonna say that one more time. I know for a fact I have hairs that will turn red quick as I don't know what, especially during the damn summertime. Guess what? My eyes ain't dark brown; they light brown. They not dark brown. They light brown. Okay. Can we not produce kids with green eyes, blue eyes? Why am I saying all that? Oh no, I'm thankful for you for being able to enlighten the masses. We're capable of reproducing damn near every look physically. All of us don't have this hair texture. We don't. All of us do not have this woolly mammoth hair texture. Some of us got straight hair. We do. So when you say you're not black, what you saying? If you finna tell me there's no such thing as race, I'm with you 100%. But if you finna deny your race by calling somebody else out by their race, you being a damn hypocrite and you being stupid. And I do believe that's why I didn't want to do no video on this, because I do believe stupidity is contagious and I'm not trying to catch it. My moderator in the building, the Rock With Me Nation moderator in the building, D. Steezer, y'all give it up to him. I believe stupidity is contagious and I want nothing to do with it. Here's what I know. We're going to use 2023 terminology. Maybe some people understand it. It was two white dudes that told you was black. And they told you was black based on the continent of Africa. There, I said it. You got a problem with it. You need to have that problem. Take up that issue with them two white dudes that told you was black because you was from the continent of Africa. Then what you do is you take it up with modern day society for continuing to regurgitate that stupidity, because that's what that is, stupidity. I'm a back that play all day long. But as long as you keep wanting to define yourself by your nationality, as if that makes you somehow better, because that's exactly what that boiled down to, makes you better than everybody else on the continent of Africa, your ass is just as black as me. Your ass is either just as black as me or your ass is just as Egyptian as my ass is American. You don't get to have it both ways. It ain't that many damn differences to keep separating us. It ain't. But as I told a brother today who picked me up in the Uber, he was from Ethiopia. Folks might not like what I'm getting ready to say. You might disagree with it, and you might call me out my name. But here's what I can tell you as somebody that's this age and has been out of this country. People like me are very, very influential that look like me. Entertainment, the world mimics us. Our clothing style, the world mimics us. Our hairstyles, the world mimics us. Our melanin skin, the world mimics us. Our ideas, our philosophies, the world mimics us. I'm not making it up. Hell, I'm actually befuddled about it, bewildered, to see a person pull up next to me with a Confederate flag waving in the air like it just don't care, and he listening to Jay-Z and know the lyrics better than I do. I find that only in America. But I'm gonna say this because I don't want to. When I had my locks, and you can see it in the sun with my beard, both are deep red. Granddaddy's look like Red Fox, twin red hair, it turned white. Exactly. I'm gonna leave y'all with this though. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of my ethnicity. I'm proud of my nationality. I'm proud of my culture. I am. I'm proud of my country. Is it the best thing going? Ooh, I wish we would do better. But in being outside of this country, being this age, experiencing certain things, as I said to the driver today, when you take into consideration that by and large in this country, we don't get along with each other because of religion. We don't get along with each other because of gender identity. We don't get along with each other because of sexual preference. We don't get along with each other because of race. Like, we in this country don't get along with each other for quite a few things. And we still make it do what it do. I would love to see what it looked like when America truly gave a damn about Americans. I can't wait for that day to come. I'm probably not going to live to see it that long, but I can't wait. Because when we can stop looking at the differences with each other, we'll be more in line with Curtis. Curtis didn't care. Curtis just cared whether or not you like Jonathan Hickman and the Fantastic Four. That's what Curtis was about. We need more Curtises in the world, regardless of what they look like. We do. I'm gonna miss you, dude. No more 2K. No more calls to get your point of view on something. We won't get to do that anymore. What we will get to do, though, is hold on to your memories. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Listen, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I really, really do. At the end of the day, we are people. I think a guy had a song, "We Are One," Frankie Beverly and Maze, "We Are One." That's what the Rock With Me Nation is about, rocking with each other. Rocking with each other because of our similarities. We don't really care about the differences and everything like that. I think this world would be a much, much better place because actually differences ought to be appreciated. They are. You don't want a whole bunch of yes people around you. You want people to have a different perspective than you. Not having a different perspective can cause a person to have tunnel vision, not be open-minded. If you want people to accept you for who you are, you got to be willing to accept them for who they are. Understanding that it's not a guarantee that they like everything that you do or that you represent, but they still accept you. You got to be willing to pay that forward. That's how we move society forward. That's how we stop dealing with ignorance in regards to something that two humans, God didn't tell you you were a race. He said you were people. You let two humans define you. At some point in time, we gotta stop letting people define us, and we gotta start defining ourselves. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.